Today we are at Thorpe Park Resort taking a look at their new for 2018 edition, The Walking Dead, The Ride. So The Walking Dead, The Ride is an expansion to the Fright Nights of last year, in which most of it was Walking Dead themed. Previously X, the ride behind me has completely been rebranded, rethemed, and given a whole new storyline. So X used to be a family coaster, and that has entirely been scrapped, and it's now for thrill seekers only. So the ride system has remained the exact same. So inside The Walking Dead, The Ride, you'll find the exact same roller coaster, but a much deeper and darker storyline. So what is The Walking Dead, The Ride all about? Let's go and find out. So we've just come off the ride, and first overall impressions are incomplete. The thing is, The Walking Dead, The Ride, it isn't a full experience, and there's parts about it that are just severely lacking. For example, the whole first half is not entirely there compared to the second half, but we'll discuss those in more detail when we come to it. So initially you walk through the ride's entrance sign, you join the queue line, and you wait to be batched to go into a pre-show. For me, the pre-show doesn't do anything. It's there, it gets the job done, but it's really what you'd expect. Once you've been through the pre-show, you then walk down a severely long corridor. And this is it, this is what X used to be. All the queue used to be inside, but now it's all outside. So all the old corridors that guests would queue down, they're now just corridors that you've walked down. So you get to the ride station, you put into the several different bays, and you board the ride. And at this point, you're basically boarding X again. So, you know, up the lift hill, you get a good 20 seconds of just pure roller coaster. You don't really see much, but then halfway through the ride, you stop on a brake run, and allegedly your vehicle has stopped. And the guy trying to help you out, he's trying to restart the vehicle, and you're jutting forwards as zombies are attacking you through windows on the left-hand side. And this is where the experience actually really starts to shine. You know, once you pass this bit, that in itself is a good detailed part of the storyline. Once you get past that, you know, there's more effects, there's more zombies, and the second half of the roller coaster feels much more like an experience compared to the first. Immediately after you exit the ride, you get a nice set. You know, there's a few different themed elements everywhere, and that set would be perfect for actors. Unfortunately, off-peak days, you're unlikely to get any actors. So it kind of, it's missing something. But the theming in this section is much better than theming in the start sections. So you go through this themed area, down more corridors with, you know, sirens, lights. Then you get to a different section of corridor, and at this point, again, it starts to become a bit more interesting. So you go through rubber curtains, the ones that you generically find at theme parks, and it is pitch black. And hanging from the ceilings are little pieces of rubber again, little strings that, you know, tickle you and give you the sensation like you're being touched. It gives the final ending part some sensation, you know, something to actually think about. But once you've traversed through this final corridor, you're met with essentially the end of the ride, and that's the end of the experience then. You exit the ride, you reclaim your baggage, and that's it, you've experienced The Walking Dead, The Ride. There's nothing to say that you've ended the experience. It just kind of ends. There's the storyline, you know, it starts off, you're trapped, but did you escape? That's the thing. I don't know, it's a bit unfinished, and the whole ride is unpolished and ultimately unfinished. The real question to me is why they would turn, you know, a tame family coaster like X into a thrilling-ish ride that we have behind me. It just doesn't make sense, especially with Thorpe's recent, you know, attack towards the family market. It's a questionable decision. It's a okay ride. It does the job, but it doesn't do the job very well. So ultimately, The Walking Dead, The Ride is worth a visit to Thorpe Park to actually, you know, go and ride and experience, especially if you're fans of The Walking Dead. But ultimately, it's nothing special. You aren't going to be like, wow, this is something extraordinary. You're just going to come off and you're going to be like, yeah, it made sense. But that's it. It just makes sense. So thank you for watching this review of The Walking Dead, The Ride. We hope to do some more reviews of other theme park attractions in the future. Let us know what you liked about this and what we should change in the future as well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.